we had Derrick Lewis versus Marcos Rogerio de Lima.
Yeah, and we texted each other before this one because this was not in our predictions because it was on the prelims. And I was like, you know what? I think De Lima via lay and pray because it's heavyweights at altitude. Derrick Lewis is going to get tired. De Lima's going to take him down. He's going to lay on him. And you said, give me Derrick Lewis. And he said, all right, Ramiro, here's this flying knee to open the fight.
Yep.
Fucking insane,
And
dude.
just as I predicted it, I said Derrick Lewis by flying knee in the first round.
Flying switch knee even.
Yeah, dude, look at that face, too. He's trying to kill that boy. Look at that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, Derrick Lewis winning is good for the sport. And it's good for the world, I think, because
I was gonna say humanity. It's good for humanity.
Yeah, because when he loses, it's really sad, and you're like, shit, like he needs to get better at certain things. And then he has a fight like this, and he's like, I don't need to get better at certain things. I just hit really hard.
He doesn't. And the thing is, look, dude, this is gonna be Derrick Lewis' career. He's gonna win some, he's gonna lose some, and you know
But when he wins them,
it's so much
by
fun.
knockout.
It's so much fun, man. Yeah, and you could see too, like at first, the first angle, I'm like, oh, I think it was just the weight of Derrick Lewis.
The heavyweights.
Yeah. That's going in
263 pounds flying.
Law of inertia, you know?
Yeah.
And then the different angle from behind Lewis, and you see the knee land right on the chin. You're like, oh, perfect. No, he caught him.
De Lima covers up like with this guard, but leaves this open, and the knee just goes right in there. It was beautiful.
The best. When Joe asked me, he's like, were you planning on coming out with the flying knee to start off the fight? He's like, hell nah. I just threw some bullshit up there hoping it landed. And it did.
And sometimes that's what it is. And let's not forget when he drops him with the flying knee. De Lima goes back. He's standing over him in the stacked guard trying to throw ground and pound shots. De Lima is doing a pretty good job throwing like a knee shield up, trying to hook a leg to try to get him off balance, things like he was working pretty well off of his back. But when you have someone who's 260 pounds above you throwing shots at you, you can only do so much. And eventually he rolls over to Turtle, and I was like, you know what, he might survive this. But then it was like, oh no, he rolled the Turtle to just take no damage until they stop it. That's what that was.
To try to survive this.
Like actually,
but not getting out, but just not, like yes, exactly.
Yeah, not survive not survive this barrage and keep fighting just to not die.
Survive life. Life. Because that's the thing. Like, you know, we're watching the fights and I'm like, well, he's defending pretty well. And it's like, yeah, but even with those hands up like that, man, it's Derrick Lewis. And one of those shots gets through even a little bit. Something grazes off the hand and just hits you like near the temple in the back of your head. Your ass is wobbled, man.
Yeah. And so he gets the finish. De Lima's in turtle position. He's standing over him like that picture. He gets the finish. Immediately runs over, does his celebration when he gets on the ground, does the thing, and immediately takes his shorts off and he starts dancing. And I was like, oh no, first he did the suck it, right? In his underwear. And then he starts dancing, does like 10 different dance moves, and I was like, this is why when Derrick Lewis wins, it's good for humanity. He takes his gloves off, and I was like, oh no, is he going to retire? But I was like, at the same time, if he did, fucking pretty baller. And then he just throws his gloves out into the crowd, and I was like, that's even cooler. What a cool thing to do. You know, just throw him out to the crowd. Imagine you catch Derrick Lewis's glove
or his
in the
cup.
crowd. You catch it. You're like, yeah, he throws his cup out there. He keeps dancing. I mean, it was
control.
It was amazing. It was peak Derrick Lewis. It really was.
Props to Derrick Lewis, man. He moves now to 27-11 in the heavyweight division. He's ranked 11th.
Yeah, and he ties that most knockouts in UFC history. Matt Brown edged him out with his last performance, and then so now he just brought it back there, tied again.
Ah, man,
fun stuff. I mean,
it is.
If you want a record in the UFC, there's some good ones, right? Most successful title defenses, most submissions, you know, most bonuses, but most knockouts. Come on, most knockouts has got to be the coolest.
That is pretty cool. All right, you ready to move
Pete
on?
Rose has most hits. You know, Pete Rose has the most hits in the MLB, but Barry Bonds got the homers, and one of those is much cooler than the other.
Hey, give me Barry all day, dude. That's my guy right there. All right, we'll move on now.
Steroids.
But hey, dude, he's clean, man. He's all natty. What are you talking about?
Bobby Green. The steroids he was taking was called the clear, so maybe.
Oh, get out of here, man. Hey, everybody, Romero and Will here. Thank you so much for watching that short clip. It's just a small clip of what we covered this last Sunday.
Yeah, if you want to check out the full fight card recap, the link is in the description, and it's going to be on screen at the end here. And don't forget to go back and watch our fighter interviews that we have. And don't forget to tune in live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and you can join in on the fun.
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It goes a long way. All right, everybody, thanks for watching that short clip from Story of the Fight.